Hi, this is Lucy and welcome to a Fallout 76 Building 101 episode. For regular viewers to my channel, you will know that I quite often take inspiration from real life buildings, sometimes historical, sometimes from different cultures and places across the globe. Today's build is inspired by a farmhouse in Tuscany. It is slightly smaller and I had to make some concessions because obviously Fallout. I will show you where we are on the map. We are down here in what I refer to as the meadow. It is just down the road from Alpine River Cabins on the kind of left hand side of the map below Vault 76. Right, I will give you a quick tour. And hopefully there will not be any more liberators. Right. This house faces east, so it gets the sun mostly in the morning. I must admit, I have wondered if I would have been better off turning it around so it faced west, but it was a challenging build. As you can see, the floors, the foundations are really low. It's so I could get these stairs in up high enough to first floor level. There is a ladder. You cannot build a first floor without a ladder. You could put roofs down if you didn't want instead of floors, but I wanted floors. So we have this outside eating area and some chickens and various bits like that. The downstairs and the upstairs are sort of separated, and I'll explain the reason behind this in a second. For a lot of working communities, the hub of the house would be downstairs, the kitchen would be downstairs because it's cooler, because obviously it generates a lot of heat. We have this outdoor toilet or outside toilet bathroom. I put the laundry room in here as well. So during the day, the family would be downstairs. So this is sort of a very rustic kitchen. The table on top of the cabinet I pinched from Mystic Storm, so thank you very much for the inspiration. I'd been pondering what I was going to do in this kitchen. This is the barn, which obviously is a workshop. Here is your ladder. So after working all day and hanging out in the kitchen, you wash up and you go upstairs. And this is the upstairs of the house, which is sort of the more comfortable living area. So this is the sitting room. If anyone has noticed, I have kind of gone for... Oh, I'm missing wallpaper or my wall's broken. It's doing that again, is it? Let's have a look. It's doing that again. Oh, 76. Missing wallpaper. I haven't had it for a while. So if anyone has noticed the colour scheme, I've kind of gone for red, white and green, which hopefully you all know is the colours of the Italian flag. And in here we have the bedroom. I do have a little Mr. Fuzzy in here. He's the red, white and green one because he's a Christmas one. I did want to put some other things in there, but there is also a generator in here and it got far too complicated. There is another bathroom upstairs, which is fairly basic. It obviously has the stinky bath in it. One day Bethesda will give us a nicer bath, but probably we'll get 6 more organs before then. So we can go back down into the workshop. The challenging part of this build was obviously getting this staircase in and then getting off the raised foundations. I did do it 4 times, so obviously it will go completely smoothly during the build portion of this video. Yeah. So I like the build. It's an interesting build. It's nice to use. You have a completely full workshop. I don't think I have a power armor frame in there, but there is space to put one if you want. I've obviously spaced things out quite sort of, they're well spaced, but there is plenty of room for whatever you want. I mean, really all we need in a camp is a cooker, a bed and some workbenches, so it's a bit more exciting than that. And for all those people that ever asked about merges, these benches, for some reason, once you merge them, they stay merged. Yay! I finally found, there's a couple of things I found that once merged, they stay merged, so. Right, anyway. I will now show you how to build it. Fingers crossed. Right, I have cleared everything away and I have placed my camp widget. And the most important thing you need to know about placing your widget is there is a little hump here, and we need this to be able to get the stairs on, the steps up to the front. Now I have to confess that this is take 3. I've been having some technological problems this week, partly I think due to the fact that we're having a heat wave in the UK. Because our houses and everything are not designed to deal with 104 degrees Fahrenheit or 40 degrees centigrade. So yeah, it's been a difficult week. Right. When I originally built this, I found out that I actually fluked it. So I had to backwards engineer a reliable way of making this work. So identify the hillock, which is lined up with the path here, and you're going to want to place a foundation. Like so. Kind of centre it on the hillock so that most of it is in the ground, or as far in the ground as you can see. Then we're going to want to line it up sort of with that tree line about there. Maybe this way a bit. It's difficult to see with the thing being taller than me. Right, we're now going to take one of these slopey things, and we are going to go across to here. So the original foundation, and then with that 3 across. Now, depending on where we're at, this will be the first. This will be the edge of our build. Now we don't want this one too low because the ground is higher over here. I'm just going to measure out and eyeball it. Right, okay. This is going to be patio. This went perfectly this morning and I replayed the video and I had no audio. This is going to be the start of the barn. I am changing the floor colour now to sort of give you an idea of the layout. The barn is 2 by 3. And then we have the kitchen. I'm just going to change it temporarily so that you can see. this is the outdoor bathroom, the utility room. And that means this one is where your stairs are going to go. The rest is patio. And you want to be able to place 2 foundations beyond this tile. This is also patio, and you have that sort of walk around here, this sort of zigzag. Now, these are looking a little bit high to me, so we may have to lower them, but we're going to try it. Take these up. We are going to go up one here, then add a foundation. Each sloped piece takes the foundation up the equivalent of half a story, half a wall. Now we're going to place another sloped one. And as you can see, that is too high. So I am going to come down a little bit. And just wiggle this about. Now obviously we want it as high as we can get. So we don't want it too low. Right, it's gone green. So we are going to go down to... No, okay, we're not. Why won't that one go on? Okay. Do it that way. Going to go down... Take these up a second because we might be out. There we go. Now hopefully this is not too low. It is a bit of trial and error. Sometimes you can just, you know, luck it. It will be lucky. I was when I did this for the video earlier, it just worked. But be aware that it might not always just work. So now we've got this lower, we need to lower these foundations. So just go around and lower them all so that they're lined up with this. But I have got it all down. There's a little bit of grass here. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's supposed to be a rustic build, so as long as you can get your walls on. Right, now we've done that, we are going to... Right, we can't remove this because this one is so high. Now we have to... pull these foundations out, they will float. When you get to here, come on, just raise these ones up. They should still snap on. This is where the staircase is going, so this is the one that we need to raise up because we are snapping the staircase to it. Now I would suggest that you make this one patio because it's difficult to select once you've got the staircase on. So we're going to snap the stairs on there. Now most of the time if you try and snap if you try and select that, it's working. I don't know why it's working. It shouldn't be working. Because those are so tall, sometimes they won't come off. If that happens to you, raise the next one here. Take that one out of the way a minute. Put a downwards one on again. For some reason I couldn't get this to work if I put a sloped one immediately after. I had to have another foundation. Don't ask me why. Right. Now you should be able to go along and remove all of these. Obviously, when you get to this part, you just want to lower these ones. I've got a cat scratching at the door. Right, that needs to come out, and we will put that one back in. So there we have our floor. Now we need to add our walls. I quite often, especially when I'm planning out a build, I just use the barn set. We are going to double wall it. This is the outside bathroom in the kitchen. Now obviously you don't have to use these stairs, you can just use the wooden ones, but I did find that I struggled to get a double wall on either side, the triangular part. So this is all enclosed, and we need walls, double wall here and here. We need to double wall all the way around the outside, and because these foundations are quite low, especially at the back, we may have to use the door trick. So just go around and double wall this section. Right, obviously I can't get a foundation in there, or there, or there. So I'm going to use the door trick for this if you haven't seen it. Place a doorway down, stick a door in, select the doorway, replace it with a plain wall. You can now remove the wall and you have a floating door. Now, because doorways have two snapping points so that you can open them either way, you can turn that wall around so it's facing outwards. Remove the door and snap the wall on the right way round. I have also added a wall opposite the bathroom, and that is the bottom mostly done. I did add a triangular piece up here, and double walled it. Start off with a half wall. To do the triangular pieces, you need to use the brick or the metal. And we will double wall that. You don't have to, you could just maybe use the brick. Now, I did not put a wall in here. I put a couple of pillars in the end. You can get a wall in, but you can't double wall it. So I would, if you want to put a wall in, just use maybe something like the brick. Like that. We now need to flamer trap these, but I am going to leave that until I start flamer trapping the upstairs. So to do the upstairs we need a ladder, and that goes between the first and second tile in the barn, if it will go. Come here. Come here. There we go. And floor wise, they are being a pain today. Right. Oh, that one's the wrong way. No, I'm the wrong way around on this one. Right. I did not do that corner. You could if you wanted. And then obviously this is your stairs. So you have the front of your house, looks like there's no crappy staircase. You've got steps up. Right, I'm going to relog as it's getting dark and because it faces east, and I will see you in a minute. So now we're going to do the upstairs. It should be pretty straightforward if you've done any double walled builds before. Because there are double walls underneath, it is fairly straightforward to double wall the top. Bathroom. This wall is too high because of the sloped roof. And now we need to put the triangular pieces on. For this wall it will be like so. We need to use the metal or the brick to double wall the triangular pieces. Oh, I missed a wall. Easily done. Because there isn't a double wall underneath this, you won't be able to double wall the top. It is easier just to double wall underneath. And because those are doorways, they will stay. We also need a triangular piece here and one, and we need a half wall here. Try and get that to go the other way. I like them all to face inwards. There we go. And here I put two half walls because I wanted the small window at the top. I think I used this round one from the Haunted House set. Oh, for goodness sake, go on. Sometimes difficult getting stir. I'm about to fall off. There we go. Now all we need to do is flamer trap all of these triangular pieces and these half wall pieces so that we can double wall them. I used to stack up and use a toilet with stash boxes, but I have lately discovered that it's sometimes easier just to use flat roofs. You will probably still need to put your flamer on a stash box. Like so, and just go around and flame a trap. Keep an eye on your flamer trap health and store it if it gets too low so you don't have to repair it. And then all we need to do is double wall. I always do my always try to do my double walls so that they are facing inwards. That means that the second one is always facing outwards. Although it depends on your perspective. I was doing that perspective from this room. And the half walls. And then those last two triangles on the top. Double check you have done everything. No, I missed that. Then just go to your camp widget and repair all. And you should have something that looks like this. I'm going to put the wallpaper on before I change the walls up. It's not traditional for these houses to be rendered, but I thought the brick was just too much on its own, so I used this on the house part. And I can't remember actually. I think I used the brick on here. I have realised I have actually forgotten to double wall these. I knew I'd forget. I knew I'd forget. Right. You need to double wall these sort of stair support banister things. I'm blaming the heat. Right, that is done. You do have a small gap down the side, but it's not really noticeable, I don't think. This part of the build, the barn, I actually used the new rusted brick set, which I actually really like. I left the, I don't normally, but I did actually leave the brick triangular pieces. I liked the trim on that. I thought it looked nice. So all of the barn, and then all of the, I think I did the stairs in this, and I think I did the stairs in this side, so possibly that, like that. That kind of makes sense. Right, whoops. Am I missing a... I'm having fun with my double walls today, apparently. That is meant to be a double wall. Something obviously went wrong. I think that I flamer trapped it and then didn't put a second one up. So yeah, just ignore it. Lucy lack of sleep. I used plain white on the inside and I used yellow for the bedroom. Although it's not really white. I do actually sometimes wish we actually had white wallpaper. I mean, in a kind of rustic build like this is fine, but if you're doing a modern build and you want white, I can assure you this is not white. And I also realised that I have missed... I'm doing well today. I have in fact missed the walls here as well. For these, we will need to jump up and down a bit, do the door trick. I have noticed that this works at the top of stairs, but not the bottom of stairs for some reason. With this one, again, you could put walls underneath, which is probably the easiest thing. Right, I put a window here and I used, I mean you could, well you need to double wall it, but you could do this earlier on. I tend to try and do it all at the end. I used the haunted house set for the windows here. That was the only window in this room. This window obviously here. We had one at the front. Back like that. I don't think I put, no, I didn't put a window in there. Two in the back at the kitchen, because obviously there's no front window here because of the bathroom. And I put one in the barn here. And I also, just for a bit of extra light, I actually put an enclave slotted window in there. So just go round and change all the walls. I mean, we are pretty much there, guys. Except I haven't added the roofs, obviously. I am not redoing this video again. You'll just have to bear with me being dippy today. So that is pretty much it, apart from the roofs. The roofs should go on pretty straightforwardly. I used... I think this is the Mistress of Mist. No, it might be the Haunted House set. I really liked the kind of shingle tile effect on this roof. so I used this. I did try different roof variants to see what I liked. Come on. Right, we do unfortunately on that side have the issue of it not snapping at the at the apex. And that didn't work, did it? Right. If you end up in a situation like this where you can't snap the wall or roof on because these are double walled and it will not, should go, I would have thought, but it's not going. The easiest way to, I find, to fix this, quick fix, is just put a wall down here and one of these. And a triangle of any description just to give you an anchor point, and that's the wrong one. And then your roof should snap onto the inside like that. Take them down. Roofs will snap to the sides of each other, so this one should now go on like that. You might want to make yourself a more fancy doorway. I like the haunted house set again. It looks sort of a little bit grungy, and when it's wallpapered you can't see the sort of the extra decoration. So this is the finished build. Sorry about the missing piece up there. I'm sorry for being dippy. I'm putting it down to the heat and technical problems and the fact that I've had to do this video 3 times. I think the build works. I hope you like it. I like the stairs at the front. I think it adds something different and it makes it look a little bit more realistic in some respects. It would be nice if we had these stairs in a different colour. Obviously there is still a ladder. It's in the barn. It looks like it should be there, so it doesn't look out of place. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. That's all from me today. Thank you for watching.